Oh man, Chase, we live, baby. We live. We lit, baby. We lit. Yeah. Tell me what's really good with you, family tree. I'm just touching base with you guys. I know, y'all be missing us. Last night was an absolutely awesome, epic show. I still have to edit up and release the second part of the show with Gabs actually going in. Hopefully, we're gonna have Gabs on tonight, just delivering, dispensing that medicine. Oh man, the medicine man, he's back. He's back. Yeah, he's back, baby. He's back. So yeah, family, what's really good? The sun is shining. It's really beautiful outside. And let me just quickly say Ramadan Mubarak or Ramadan Kareem to all my, scholar. No, I want to say scholar. I don't want to say scholar gang. I want to say my Muslims out there that's doing that hard fast right about now. So salute to you guys. Scholar gang is here to support you throughout, y'all struggle, y'all ordeal, and here to drop some wisdom and here to drop some knowledge. All right. Yesterday I was actually requested for something, and today I got a few requests as well, dropping through my inboxes. Yeah, and I said to myself, you're right. I might as well, This again, for those of you guys don't know, yeah. There's two specialities of mine that I love so much. Yeah, Islam has been like my speciality from day one, easily. To be honest, religion, full stop. Islam, Christianity, Judaism, and of course, Kemetism. All of that has just been my specialities from day one. You can't beat me back on that, baby. Come on, So yeah, I've decided to do a quick series. I'm gonna do a quick series. I've got a couple series coming out actually. I spoke to Bob about the second series, which is more like a Christian Muslim type dialogue, debate, question answer series. But the first series I'm gonna do right now is gonna do like the Ramadan series, okay? The Ramadan series. Start your own religion, that's the way to make money. Baby. Yeah. So I'm gonna do a quick Ramadan series with you guys. And because you say it is the month of Ramadan. It is the month. Or is it? That's another story for another day, right? It's another story for another day. So I thought, let me just drop some quick wisdom and some quick knowledge for those of you guys who are interested in this and also would like to get on board and do some research as well as jump onto the shows and have some discussions and just open up and just share information, right? Yeah, let's do it. Let's see who's in the building with me, family. Who's in the building with me? Yeah. All right. Katie Amsden building Shower G, Allied Atheist, Nasha, Miss Eclectic, Farouk, Your Rumin, Big Zone, and Buddha Bing. So yeah, I see you, Free State as well. So yeah, salute to you guys. Yeah, hit the like button, hit the share button. So all right, let me do a quick breakdown of Ramadan. Yeah, so right about now, most Muslims are celebrating Ramadan. This is one of their holiest months of the year. This is the month that they go 30 days of abstaining from food, abstaining from all different types of delight from sunrise to sunset. And it should be a very spiritual month. Of course, there is other things that transpires during this month which does correlate, but for the Muslims in special, this is like a very, very special month to them. It's very holy, it's very sacred to them. This is the month that according to them, their Quran was first inspired or revealed to the Prophet Muhammad in the cave, and revelations came thereafter, as well as what else is so beautiful about Ramadan. Of course, you have Laylat al-Qadr as well. This is the night of power, the night of decree, and so forth. Yeah. All right. Cool. So putting out there, that's what Ramadan is about for Muslims. Okay. Cool. But have you ever wondered what was Ramadan about prior to the religion of Islam? Okay, prior to the religion of Islam, what exactly was Ramadan? Yeah, and I think today we're gonna drop a little bit of gems into that. Okay, most people don't realize that Ramadan was actually something. Most people will call these people pagans today. Pagans. I'm gonna do this. Pagans today. Okay, this is during the pre-Islamic time. This is during the time that Muslims will consider to be called the era or the years of Jahiliyyah. Jahiliyyah literally means ignorance. So this is a time of ignorance, basically. Let me quickly get some fresh air. So yeah, this is the time where supposedly, pagans had created this month, created the labeling system and so forth. So yeah, this is that month for people outside or prior to the religion of Islam. Yes, I'm going to discuss that for a hot second, and we can see where this particular, oh God, where this particular religion adopted or inherited a lot of the things that it has in it today. All right, so let's talk about Ramadan. Now, earlier on, I bust a quick joke. Yeah, I bust a quick joke. Like, are we in Ramadan? And the real answer to that is, according to Muslims, yes, we are in Ramadan. But in reality, are we in Ramadan? No, we're actually not in Ramadan. And it's going to be quite a shock and surprise to a lot of people. Like, what do you know? What do you know? Shut up, Kalam. Oh, snake, snake, snake. No, yeah. So the month of Ramadan, yeah, has been drifting, okay, from the time of the second caliph, I believe. Second caliph, Umar ibn Khattab, basically. So he kind of changed the calendar system. He changed the calendar system. They cut off certain things that was going on, and it all changed. Okay, so back in the day, it used to be like a solar calendar, a lunisolar calendar that they used to operate in. All right, a lunisolar calendar. So that means it's kind of like what we have today. We have 365, days in a year, give and take leap years and so forth, for whatever the case is. We have that. Now, during the time of Omar, they kind of changed things up. They changed things up. So now you find Ramadan just drifting. It's not set in one specific time, one specific location, one specific season. No, it's drifting every single year. It's just changing. Like, it's going boop, 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 boop. It goes backwards or forwards, whichever way you want to calculate it, 11 days. Okay, so it shifts every 11 days. Ramadan shifts. Every 11 days, Ramadan shifts because they've changed it to a lunar calendar. So right now, it's not really Ramadan according to when Ramadan was really instituted by the people of the time. Okay, quick history lesson for you guys. I know this is going to be a shocker to a few people. So right now, although Muslims are celebrating Ramadan, this is that the newly devised religious concept of Ramadan that they're celebrated, but in reality, it's not Ramadan. And why do we say it's not Ramadan? Well, it's quite simply like this, okay? The month Ramadan literally is coming from the root word Ramaz, okay? Which literally means the burning, okay? A burning month. This was the summertime for the Arabs at the time period, especially within inside of Mecca, Medina, and all those regions there. It was hot as hell. It was hot as hell. It would scorch the ground, scorch the sand, scorch the earth, and they would call it the burning month, okay? They would call it the burning month because it was hot as hell, okay? Now, of course, Ramadan now shifts during the times to winter. It goes through spring, goes through autumn, and so forth. And you think to yourself, but why is it called the burning month? Why is it called the burning month? And a lot of people now devise new things like, yeah, it's because you fast and you burn off all of the calories, or, there's so much pseudo stuff going on, yeah? And be like, hold on. That don't make no sense because they weren't fasting before in the month of Ramadan. You're just making up stuff now, aren't you? Yeah. You're making up stuff. Yeah, let me get you at this. So, us Muslims, why is the Ramadan called Ramadan? And if those who are intellectual or smart enough or sophisticated enough or do a little bit of research, they'll tell you it's the month of burning. Then you ask them the second question, why is it called the month of burning? And they will either come with a pseudo answer or they will come with I don't know answer, because I'm pretty sure they don't know that this answer that I'm telling you, where literally it was set during summertime. You dig what I'm saying? Such as Jamada was set during their winter period and so forth. But they don't know this, okay? So you're going to have one up on them. If you ever want to question Muslims, that's how you get them. You're like, got you. You don't know the answer, do you? But now that, hopefully some Muslims are clocking in right now and they tuned in, they might do their research and be like, oh, raw, like, I've got the answer. Yeah. So anyways, yeah. So you got this Ramadan month, okay? This month of burning, it was a summertime period that was going on in their vicinity. Okay, now just give you a breakdown of the pre-Islamic people. Okay, the pre-Islamic people and what was going on with them. So for those of you guys that know, that month was roughly during like July-August period is like, back then was like the hottest time period, the hottest time period. Over in Kemet, surprisingly enough, yeah, check this, yeah. Ramadan, okay, is Ramazan, yeah? Ramazan, and then you have the an at the end, okay? But the root of it is Ramazan, Okay. Now, over in Kemet, we have a month that correlates precisely to Ramadan. We have a month correlates precisely to Ramadan. It's also called the hottest month of the year also. So I'm just gonna drop you some jewels right now that people don't know about, and I'm gonna show you. There was, of course, Kemetic people living in that area that created all this, created the pre-Islamic period. Pre-Islamic period. They created that. But anyways, yeah. So their month for this particular time period is called what? The birth of the sun. The birth of the sun, to basically demonstrate that this is the hottest month of the year. The birth of the sun basically is called what? It's called Mesera. Mesera. Okay, Mesera or Masira or Masara. Okay. Now that's very, very important to kind of get into your head. Okay, very, very important. Now, with inside of the Kemetic, when you see Kemetic like language, okay, and you see it, basically we usually pronounce the we got something called honorific transposition. So if you see the name of a deity and then other words, we tend to pronounce the name of the deity first. So you have Ra, which is a deity, and it also symbolizes the sun as well. And then you have Messi or Massa, or yeah, Messi, Massa, any way you want to pronounce it. Okay, and that literally means the sun is born. Ramasa, Ramasa, and then you also have the month Ramadan. Ramadan. So it's very, imagine that. Look at the concomitabilities of, look at that. Even the name lines up. Okay, even the name lines up. Okay, and very, very, very interesting thing that you lot, if you lot got time, you lot should really research this, really go into this and see what was going on during that pre-Islamic period. Now, in Kemet, okay, we have something, yeah, which is called the why is my words messing up? We've got something called the heliacal rising of Sirius. Okay, the heliacal rising of Sirius. Okay, in this heliacal rising of Sirius, we basically, at the end of Mesera or Ramasa, at the end of this month, okay, in the last few days, we spot the heliacal rising of the sun. Okay, of Sirius. And this heliacal rising of Sirius, okay, this heliacal rising of Sirius now lets us know that a new year is about to begin. Okay, and we call that the Weprenet, or the Wepren, basically the new year. Okay, it's a new year that's about to come into fruition, a very, very new year that's about to come in fruition. And we usually chart that by, we see the flooding of the Niles, and you see a lot of flood waters coming through, and this is, and we kind of know this is the time period. All right, now it's very interesting, okay, because we spot Sirius. We have to look out for Sirius in the last last few days of the month. Now it's very interesting because inside of Islam, yeah, what do they have? What do they have inside of Islam? Okay, they have something called Laylat al-Qadr. Okay, Laylat al-Qadr. Basically, Laylat al-Qadr is supposedly the month the angels and Gabriel and the Spirit, now descends and gives the revelations, or gives all the blessings to humanity, and writes the decrees and so forth. All right, and this is when the Quran may have came down. So it's very, very interesting. They have that same principle. Even Allah is called the Lord of Sirius inside of the Quran, but that's another story for another day. All right, so it's very interesting that we have a very similar concepts taking place inside of Kemet as well. We also have the concept of the scribes, basically, the scribes who scribe the year and so forth. They do a certain special ritual at this moment in time. These are the priestly orders that do something very special during this time period as well. And I'm just going to jump out some of these similarities. Also, during this time period as well, within inside of Kemet, which is not this time period of their Ramadan. Of course, we're talking about July, August time period. They do something very special as well. For that latter period, they give out a lot of gifts. They give out loads of different things. Okay, loads of different things. And they also have something like a how can I put it? They have like a lantern festival. They have a lantern festival basically. And this same lantern festival we have actually continues up until this very day. Carries on up until this very day inside of Ramadan just as well. Okay, the Egyptians, there's a famous story. I think it's called Thanos. I think it's called Thanos anyway. Thanos is basically the Coptic word for lantern basically. But there was a governor that came into Egypt and everybody came out with lanterns. And now, because everybody came out in lanterns during the time of Ramadan, all of Egypt, they do this lantern festival during Ramadan, and it's spread all over, the Middle East as well. But what they don't understand, this was something that was practiced during the sighting of the heliacal rising of the star Sirius. Don't believe me? Everything I'm saying to you right now, yeah, go and check it out, and you see that everything I talk here is facts, 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 baby, facts. Um, so yeah, very interesting concepts. We see that happens in Kemet, or happened in ancient Egypt, happened in Kemet, happened even during the Coptic period, even still happening up until this day. This is like the time period in the Coptic period as well. Just after Ramadan, or just after Ramasa or Mesara, you have the month of Nasi, or which is the intercalary month, which is basically the epigomal. Can't remember. You know me, my language, my ability to enunciate certain words here, that is Greek, yeah, is very difficult for me to enunciate. So apologies for it. But if you go and check this out, this is like the time period where, because we have 360 days in a year, but then we also have an extra 5 days or so. Okay, so back in the day, they used to have like 30 days for a month. Okay, 30 days for a month, and then because of this whole like shift of 5 days, they used to have like a little period of postponement, like it's a little mini month basically, until like the whole seasons line up back together again. All right. But after this period, we have something called the month of Chehuti or Thoth and so forth. And this is where, yeah, all inspiration comes down. Like, go and check up the Coptic or the Ethiopian calendars. You see, this is supposedly the month that most of the prophets received revelations. Yeah, all of this, like Moses, like John the Baptist, like a lot of them, all of them received revelation. I even believe that I even call this month in certain Coptic places like the month of Epiphany. Okay, a month of Epiphany. Suddenly you receive revelation. And it's all so like closely tied with what's going on in Ramadan today. But most people don't know this, okay? Most people don't know this. And unfortunately, we never used to fast during that month period, okay? In Kemet, in Ethiopia, in Egypt, we never used to fast during this month period. This is something that I have to say is wholly down to the Prophet Muhammad and so forth. He institutionalized this whole fasting thing. That's something that we never used to do during this month period, but it's very interesting to see it came about. Even the Prophet never used to fast during this month period. Mecca time, never used to do it. Medina time, he saw a few Jews fasting. He wanted to incorporate that into his lifestyle as well. Then he said, you know what, big man thing. I shouldn't say he said it, okay? I shouldn't say he said it. But that was the catalyst for now revelations to come down to say, you know what, fast during the month of Ashura. A month of the Ashura is oopsie. The month of Ashura is basically like a Jewish month. It's called the Yom Kippur, basically Yom Kippur, and this is the Day of Atonement. Day of Atonement, that they would sacrifice certain things. They will fast. Basically, the Prophet saw the Jews doing it, and then he said, you know what, Muslims, you got to fast just like the Jews are fasting. Very interesting, because this happened in the month of Muharram, which technically, is like the first month of the Islamic calendar, so to speak. But also within inside of Kemet as well, if you know anything that, and it ties back into the Torah as well, that they had to sacrifice for the calf that they did. I did a whole show on the sacred name of Yahweh and how it related to the Egyptian calf story. I don't even want to go through that. We'll skip that today. I just want to give you a little brief outlining of Ramadan and how it came about and what those good things there. Have I missed anything, actually? Have I missed anything? Because I know I ramble on quite a bit. Have I missed anything for you guys? What have I missed? What have I missed? What have I missed? What have I missed? Tell me what have I missed. Have I missed anything? Let me know. Technically, isn't that period between meals also fasting? Yeah, sort of like that. Where Kalam gets his facts and stuff. I get revelations, Most people don't understand that. I get inspiration and revelations all day long. Told you, New Age prophets out here. Why do they call when all he does? Yeah, just me. I think they know that it's all to do with wisdom, baby. Fasting is prescribed on you just like it was prescribed on those before you. That's what you missed. Yeah, that's all good, baby. That's it. Yeah. So yeah, yeah, fasting was now prescribed to Muhammad, uh, because prior to that, it wasn't prescribed to Muhammad and his followers. So now, he's now in the company of the Jews and so forth, and the Jews are fasting. They said, "Yep, go and fast that month. Go and fast Ashura." And then after they fasted Ashura, it says, boom, if you want to fast, apart from Ashura, like fast. If not, you know what, give some, poor people some food and so forth. Like, and then after that time period, they said, you know what, let me abrogate that. Forget about giving poor people food if you don't want to fast. How about you fast the month of Ramadan? Why do you fast the month of Ramadan? Because the Quran was now given during that month. So fast the month of Ramadan. So Allah prescribed the Muslims or that community, or that Sharia underneath Muhammad, a time period of fasting. Of course, the Jews have their own time period of fasting, and the Christians have their own time period of fasting. So now it's only right for your separate community, the Ummi community, the Arab community. You should be given your own celebrations, your own rites, your own pious activities. And Ramadan was prescribed to the Muslims, or should I say the Psalm or the fasting during the month of Ramadan was now prescribed to the Muslims. Alhamdulillah. What an awesome thing. What an awesome thing. I'm not being sarcastic or nothing like that. I'm saying it is an awesome thing. Ramadan probably has more to do with the strict Lenten practice of Easter. Nope. I fear for full. Let's quickly see. Let's see. Kalam, what do we get so many terror attacks during Ramadan? You have a lot of pious individuals that want to do something that little bit extra special to guarantee their place during Jannah. If Ramadan is the most special month, um, if it's such a holy month, and I now become a martyr during the month of Ramadan, then goodness gracious me, I am definitely, seeking Allah's pleasure, and I'm gonna be, rewarded. So that's kind of the mentality behind it. A second way of looking at it as well is they may have this in the back of their head, but because they're being, how can I put it, they're going through sleep deprivation, and they're also going through food deprivation as well. Sometimes a chemical imbalance starts to take place, and they're much more apt to any whisperings of shaitanic individuals telling them this is what you need to do. And yeah, chemical imbalance plus sleep deprivation plus wanting to be pious plus it being Ramadan, it could be a deadly concoction. So that's my surmise of why some of these terrorist attacks takes place during the month of Ramadan. Unfortunately, you know. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Fasting makes you lose weight. It's a scientific fact. No, it's not actually a scientific fact at all that fasting makes you lose weight. You tend to see, I think they did a report on this in Arabia, somewhere in like Saudi, somewhere, and it basically showed that there's a lot of wastages that takes place during the month of Ramadan because a lot of people try to overcompensate for the lack of food, and instead of just eating small portions of food after their fast is finished during the night time, they tend to stockpile and just eat more than they normally would eat. And then they wake up early in the morning and they stockpile as well, and they eat more than they normally would do. But if you carry on a very measured fast, then yeah, it can definitely help you to lose weight as long as you're exercising as well. Okay, let's see. Do. Kid Spence in the building. What's good? Cedric Tanslian, please, some sources, or are you doing a show later? This is a quick one, man. This is a quick one. If you want some sources, we can hit you up with some sources, hopefully later on. I don't know. I think Gabs want to do something later on. But if you don't want some sources, and after Gabs' show, I will hit you up with some stuff. Let's see. On this day, we give thanks. It's interesting that others, the devil say, falls on the day of Thanksgiving. Yeah, I'm not getting notifications. God damn. Misra is also the 12th month in the Coptic calendar. According to the Arabic Hermes, Ramadan was set as a precedent by the Hanafi Sabians. There you go. Thank you. I love my Muslim brothers here that are very clued up. There you go. Of course, yeah, the Arabic Hermes remedies was set as a precedent by the Hanafi Sabians. That's right, it really was. The Sabians, if for those of you who do know or don't know, Saba is actually like one of the words that we use. Sometimes you see my brother from from America, Usar comes on and he says, "Peace to you, Saber," and so forth. Saber, Saber. Like, it's just saying, "Peace to you, teacher." So that's what the Sabians, that's where the root of Seba comes from. Sabians, teachers, those people who are able to, who deal with the stars. So Saba as well. Saba is also to do with the stars. And we talk about the star, we being stars or suns or Ras, okay, or solar entities. And we try to cause our Ba, okay, Sa is to cause, like as in Ta, as in Arabic, the verbal prefix, and then you have something called the Ba, which is the soul for us. We want to cause the Ba or the soul to come out and fly wherever it goes. And that is kind of like a symbolism of the stars in heaven, where it is imperishable. It's always lasting. It's always there for our naked eyes. And it is constantly moving across the skies. So it's causing the soul to just, transcend and fly and go wherever it needs to go. So yeah, well done to my brother right there, well done. Of course, the Hanafiya community created this. For those of you guys who don't know, Hermes is known, that's the Greek name for Hermes. Hermes is the Greek name. And inside of his Hebraic name is called Hanok. We know him in English as Enoch. The Muslims or the Arabs know him as Idris. And of course, our Kemetic family, we know him as Jehuti or Tahuti or Thoth, okay? Just to quickly put it out there. So yeah, my brother Joe is just dropping that knowledge still. I love it when we have some intelligent people in the platform. Okay. Why is iftar every night like a Christmas meal? I don't know, G. I don't know. Ramadan Kareem says Murat Kara Dermir. Okay. Tag Titans TV, innit? Tag Titans TV. Hey, why is it that after they go extra bad, like they're making up for something? Boy, they are, innit? You're just giving the ever see the history of Islam. You just dismissed the Islamic scholarly theories of the actual development of Islam. Well, preach and teach, B. Preach and teach. Let's see. Most Western people have stopped being led by clerics as they became more aware of the control being exerted by other men, not fairy tale spirits leading them into their wars and ways from their heart, says MB. All right. All right. Ever heard of Kabbalism? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Kalam, stop saying they're pious. These, okay, no, I hear you, but I don't want to say the T word out loud, baby. I don't want to say that T word. Kind of, your hands too close to the camera. Sorry, my big face is too close to the camera. Bloody hell. Again, Tag Titans TV helps me, alright, so open my nose hole like that. Yeah, sorry, I apologize. Talk about Kemet. Talk about Kemet, baby. Let's see. Okay, let me give you a little insight of Kemet as well, in terms of like, because we're now talking about a month, and month is all to do with astronomy and astrology and things of that nature. Yeah, so let's give you a quick insight. So when it comes to tracking the stars and so forth, this is one of our higher sciences. For those of you guys who know about, let's say, the 7 liberal arts, you've got the trivium and quadrivium. Okay, the very last lesson that you learn in the 7 liberal arts, i.e. the 7 planes or the 7 heavens, is called astrology or astronomy. Okay, we learn that science. That's a very high science that we learn. Okay, and it helps us to predict and chart the future. This is how we learn how to prophesize. Okay, we simply look at the nature of the terrain, or should I say the terrestrial realm, and we look at the nature of the astronomical realm, i.e. the celestial realm, and we know by charting what's going on in the stars as above, we can now foretell what's going to take place as below. Okay, and of course, scientists does this today. They use the art of meteorology. Meteorology is basically the art of actually telling what's going to transpire in terms of the weather. Okay, what's going to transpire in terms of the weather. But if we know the weather and we know the nature of human beings also, okay, and we know the nature of certain circumstances and environments and how that helps to push and promote people to do certain behaviors and activities, we can predict based upon astronomical facts what will actually take place with human beings. Hence, we already predicted and prophesized what will take place during this month in terms of attacks and so forth, and you're going to see quite a lot of them taking place. And we also could say, oh, you know what, the sun is going to be out, guess what's going to happen? Females are going to get excited, the clothing is going to get real tight, men are gonna get excited. We're gonna see those sundresses coming out, and we're gonna see booties going left to right, right to left, left to right left. And you're gonna see a lot of pregnancies going on during this time period. Hey yo, I need to stop it. I'm catching too much joke. Um, let's see. Do chemists still fast? Yeah, chemists do fast. Chemists actually do fast. Abstain. We abstain. We do different types of abstinations or fastings. We do food fast. We do liquid fast. We do speech fast. We do wealth fasts. We do thought fasts. We do thought fasts in terms of amusements or entertainments. We cut that stuff out. We do a lot of fasts. Okay, basically to control and exercise our nature and yeah, so we do a lot of fasts. We do a lot of fasts, depending on what you want to do. Let's see. Remember, Tag Titans TV, baby. Tag Titans TV. Callum, what religion are you? No religion, baby. No religion. Religion is to bind, and I like being free. Religion is to bind, baby. I ain't even down for no slavery today, baby. I just want to be free. I just got my freedom. Don't hold me back. Oh man, Callum, you said yeah, against Super Saitama. I always realize a lot of people make a lot of claims about me, and you're gonna have to substantiate that, my G. You're gonna have to substantiate that right there. You're misreading or mishearing things. Ramadan is just for things. Okay, man, like Sarah, come in the building. Yeah. Many suicide bombers lived a life of haram before choosing to martyr themselves, riddled with guilt and desperate for forgiveness. They choose this path. Whew, says Jonah Higher. Boy, I don't know. To be honest with you, I haven't actually done a study on suicide bombers and see really what's going on with them, but wouldn't surprise me. I try not to tell religious jokes to Muslims anymore. Half of them okay, let me know. I don't want to be offensive, people. I don't want to be offensive. Okay, so Prison Gate says, is it true that Kemet believe baboons to be a god? No. Kemets don't really believe in gods, and they don't really deal with beliefs neither. They deal with, should I say, we deal with a lot of symbolisms. And what has happened is this. You have a lot of racist individuals that picked up, and I actually knew, like when I was saying it, because I'm teaching, Muslims, and I'm teaching Wahhabis or Salafis, and I already know that they're very literalist individuals. So I could really foretell, again, what they're going to think. But obviously I'm teaching Kemetics as well, who may not be familiar with, deeper sciences and so forth and symbolisms. So I got to teach people on all different levels. And when we was in a discussion with Shamsi, I basically said that, in order for somebody to pray, in order for you to pray, in order for you to have the ability, the capacity to pray, you must now become initiated. Okay, you must be initiated. You must start yourself on a journey, and you must be educated or schooled in a particular field. Okay, and in that particular field or that mystery system, okay, we deal with a lot of symbolisms. And I said you must become two things, or one of two things. You must become a sacred baboon, and you must become a sacred dog or a sacred jackal. Okay, dog, jackal, same thing basically. Okay, and now in them hearing that, and I said, I know you're gonna laugh, baboom, baboom. No, okay, no, not baboom, baboom. Like you need to become a baboom, baboom. No, okay, they don't know how to deal with symbolism. They just hear like certain things, and it's like, hey, we got you, got him, Kodak moment. No, so I basically said that, and because some people are racist, they negate sacred jackal or sacred dog. They negate that fully and start saying baboon, baboon, and that's just giving them the how can I put it, how can I put it? I don't even know, the precedence for them to now say baboon, baboon, and you worship baboon, and then they calling you a baboon, and so forth and so forth and so forth. And it's like, you're just being racist, but then you're trying to find a justification to say, yeah, but you said baboon in order for me to be racist to you. They don't say, oh, jackal or dog or this or that or that. No, they don't do that. They just focus on baboon because they fully well know, or monkey, they say monkey. And they fully well know monkey, baboons, and all these things here are derogatory terms or racial slurs that was cast upon black people, full stop. Okay? So they're seeing they have an ability, yeah, to use a double entendre, okay, a word that has two meanings, okay. So they're saying, yes, baboon, you worship a baboon, and baboon, you're a baboon at the same time. And if somebody says, oh, but you just called him a baboon, no, he said he worships a baboon. Ah, you see, like they're playing games, they're playing very, very, very funny games, okay. So no, we don't believe, number one, we don't have gods like religious people have gods. Nope. And the whole thing to do with baboon is talking about a school. So for example, if you ever go to America, they have their fraternities and so forth, and you see that they have their mascots. They have their mascots. You know, they may have the falcon. They must have a bear or a raccoon or I don't know, whatever thing, a lion, a tiger, and so forth. And in order for you to be part of that fraternity, you must now become a tiger. Go Tigers! You dig what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It's an educational system within inside of Kemet. And in order for you to, as I said, to pray, we don't pray to monkeys, baboons, or dogs, or jackals, or anything like that. But in order for you to have the knowledge of how to pray, you need to now become part of the team and become a sacred baboon, a sacred jackal. You now need to become a tiger, go tigers. You now need to become a lion, go lion. You now need to become a falcon, go falcons, and so forth. You dig what I'm saying? Is that simple? But of course, you have racist people that have ulterior motives that want to cast disparaging statements on a group of people, knowing full well they're trying to be racist, but trying to turn it into something else. Anyways, let's get it, baby. Okay, I've only got a few more minutes with you guys. Yeah, I was born haram. Let's see. Why are non-Muslims so worked up about Ramadan? When Christmas comes, we Muslims don't get worked up about your religious events. I know. Wait, hold on. Why are non-Muslims so worked up about Ramadan? No, you're lying. You're lying. Okay. Unfortunately, like you guys, I don't know if you saw Tawhid at that time. Man came up on the thing and said, we hate Christmas. I'm like, what the hell? You hate Christmas? I hate people say Merry Christmas to me. That's how a lot of these extremist individuals carry and conduct themselves. You could just go and watch a lot of, Dawa channels and, talk about Christmas and talk about beheading, what's it called? Icemen or snowmen and stuff like that. You're like, huh? You behead snowmen? Like, it's all crazy in the dunya, baby. It's all crazy in the dunya. But that's another thing. I don't want to talk negatively. Let's see. So you're a Kemet. What is that? You say you're not religious? No, no. Kemet is basically an ancient African word that literally means black or dark, and it was the name of the ancient Egyptian empire way back in the day. The ancient Egyptian empire that spread across from Egypt into Greece, actually, into Arabia, into other places as well, into Sudan, into Ethiopia, into Somalia, into Chad, into Central Africa, and some say even into certain parts of West Africa as well. So this is Libya as well, sorry. And there is said to be some ruins in Morocco, but I have not actually laid eyes upon it as well. So this is the empire of these people who rule the land, and they call them their empire, their country, their landmass, themselves Kemet or Kemet 2, the black people or the people of the black land and so forth. And we deal with the Kemetic, those people, that empire, that culture. We deal with that philosophy because we see that as our ancient philosophy. Such as Europeans, they tend to go back to Greek philosophy. So they deal with Greek philosophy. We simply say we're dealing with Kemetic philosophy. That is our classic, as African black people, that is our classical philosophical standpoint. You dig? But people call us these names. I don't really mind being called it, but it's like being called Greek because you follow Greek philosophy, or being called Chinese because you follow Chinese philosophy. It's a bit silly at the same time, but it helps people to kind of label you. And I really can't, I don't have the time to educate a lot of people. I just let people call us whatever they like to call us. Let's see. I need to finish up, baby. I need to finish up. Let's see. All Kalam does is hate. Brother, I just educate you. I think the other way around is true. All you do is hate, baby. We educate you guys. Raj says, how long is Ramadan for? So Ramadan is roughly 29 to 30 days long. It's from the sighting of the new moon to, the last moon of a month, basically. That's how long it's supposedly for. Um, let's see. Have you heard of Brother Polite? Yes, I have heard of Brother Polite. I've done a few shows with Brother Polite, and I've been in America interviewing Brother Polite as well. Um, Kemet orthodoxy, that's your thing? Nope, that is something that's created by an American lady. Okay, so it's not my thing. Kalam, why do you hate sound so much? Kalam, why do you? Bloody hell, you don't need to stop with this hate stuff. Like, when have you ever heard hatred come out of my mouth? I don't think none of you guys have ever heard hatred come out of my mouth. You don't need to stop with putting words in other people's mouth. Tan, the final messenger. Oh man, salute to my brother Tan. Go. Let's see. Anything good from you guys before I close down? Hopefully we do a show tonight again. We've got Gabs coming on. Snowmen are evil, says Sarah. Right. Let's see. I tried to do this like real quick, like 20 minutes, and we're still here. Are there pagan origins of Ramadan? Yeah. So most of them will call Kemetics, or Sabians, or pre-Islamic people. They'll call them polytheists or pagans and so forth. But yeah, the whole month of Ramadan was created by these individuals. Okay, it was created. Of course, it was co-opted by the religion of Islam. I'm not going to say, yeah, it's co-opted by the religion of Islam, and it was changed. Hence, Ramadan is now, migrating 11 days, or is losing 11 days every single year. But the original Ramadan was during the summertime period that the so-called pagans invented and so forth. And they had their own things as well. That Muhammad, peace be upon him and his family, he was educated by the same, people that people now disparage. I would call them Hanafi. They're called Hanafiya or Hanifi. Hanif inside of the Quran, and yeah, inside of the Quran and inside of the Syriac literature, they're called Hanif. These are the individuals that actually, brought Muhammad, take him up to Hira and so forth, and kind of taught him, the basis of what he knew, the basis of Islam. They taught him the basis of Islam, basically. The basis of Islam was taught by Muhammad, by Hanafi people, educated him, done what they done, showed him the ways, showed him how to meditate, showed him how to pray, showed him how to do all sorts of things, how to receive revelation. And then now we have the birth of a prophet, thanks to the supposed individuals that they disparage nowadays. But yeah, that's a story for another day. If you don't want to hear the story or the true story, or if you don't want to know the origins of the cave and what the hell was Muhammad doing in the cave, anyways, there, what was he doing? Why is he in the cave? Like, as Sarah says, oh, your religion starts from a caveman type of vibe. You're like, what was he doing in a cave? Like, my man lives like 3 miles away, but he's now found himself in the cave, and nobody's asking these questions. Why was he in a cave? They say they was meditating in a cave. Like, how did he learn how to meditate? What is meditation? Why don't Muslims, if they follow the Sunnah, why don't they meditate? And if they say they follow the Sunnah and they don't meditate, and then don't go to the cave during Ramadan, or they don't go to their own personal cave, and they don't even try to receive revelations as Muhammad was trying to do, like, what is going on? They don't really follow the Sunnah, because you know what they do? They tell you that Muhammad was the last prophet, so therefore anything that elevates you or cultivates you or creates you into being a prophet, they said, nah, that's shirk, that's haram, don't do that, because you may just receive revelations. An angel must just come, might come and touch your heart and soul. But that's another story for another day. If you don't want to know what he was doing 3 miles away from his place of residence. Why did he go to Hira in particular? Why was he in a cave in particular? And so forth and so forth and so forth and so forth. These are all the unanswered questions that most Muslims, they don't have a clue all about, okay? And then they'll call me names because I'll tell you the truth. And the reason why they are pissed is because they don't know this stuff and they think like, oh, look at this kuffar telling people stuff that we don't know, and now they feel threatened because they're just jahil. And I apologize for you being jahil. I just, was educated at a very nice age and I was taught all of this stuff. Sorry, we was taught, yeah, from a very young age. We fought for the revelation and we'll also fight you for its interpretation. One of my favorite lines, As I don't find nothing wrong with Islam and the Quran and so forth. I just find, yeah, people's interpretation way off. Way off. And the reason why they're way off is because technically speaking, yeah, I don't want to go there, but technically speaking, yeah, like right now they're doing what's called the Tawhir. What's that? The nightly prayers they do basically, and they read each juz and so forth. And I'm like, this is why you're so messed up, because you actually reading the Quran out of order. Why are you gonna why the first surah in the Quran that was revealed? Yeah, you're gonna wait for the very last the very last night. The very last night of Ramadan to actually read it out. Why are you gonna wait that long to read out the what was revealed first? Why are you reading out what was revealed more to the later period? It doesn't make no sense. Your whole understanding of the religion is chronologically out of sync. You dig what I'm saying? It's like watching Matrix 3 without even watching Matrix 1. You dig what I'm saying? It just doesn't make no sense. And that's why most of Muslims don't understand nothing. They come with, strike off the necks of the kuffar where you find them. That's the type of mentality they come from, because they're reading from, they're reading chronologically incorrect statements. But anyways, that's another story for another day, and we might get into that. And plus, they don't even get no understanding. Like, they don't get no understanding. I remember when I was taught, bruv, yeah? Like, if you're taught a surah, yeah? If you're taught verse, bruv, yeah, you're there reciting that verse, yeah, 7, 9 times, even 19 times, yeah, and then you have to tell your explanation, like, what does this mean? Give me the understanding. Nope, that's not the understanding. You get beat for not getting the right understanding. I thought you learned better, and you have to know it, and then you have to practice it. These men don't know their Qurans. They don't know how to practice it. But anyways, they'll call us kuffars and they all call us deviants for actually educating people about Islam. You don't make Islam look so bad, yeah, then when we come and educate people about Islam, yeah, you want to call us names. You dig what I'm saying? I don't even tell people to become Muslims. I'm sure even my non-Muslim people who tune in right now, yeah, they learn more about Muslims or Islam, yeah, than they ever have learned, yeah, from watching Speaker's Corner videos or watching Dawah videos and whatever things there. They don't learn nothing from you guys. They just learn how not to be. We're teaching you how to be tolerant, and how to actually educate yourself. But anyways, let me quickly go through. I think they're a lot sexually frustrated. Yo, Sarah is killing it. Sarah is actually killing it. Sarah, kind of, my battery died. I ask you, consider yourself an atheist. I would say that I've got atheistic tendencies. Okay, I am 100%. I'm going to clarify, because I'm going to say something that's going to sound contradictory. Yeah, I am 100% an atheist in the sense that I do not believe in a God. I do not believe, full stop. Okay, I deal with the scientific method. If you can prove it to me, then I am going to accept it. And so far, most of the religious claims of God, I reject all of them. Okay, that most people present to me. I'm not gonna say that I reject every single religious claim, because I haven't been encountered every religious claim, but every religious claim that I have encountered, that other people outside myself has presented to me, I reject. So in that sense, yes, I am an atheist. I say la ilah. There is no God, but except illa Allah. Okay, but I do accept that there is a deity of my own fashioning and making. Okay, and what I mean by that is that we hold something called divine principles, and I can always prove my divine principles. I always say, we have divine principles such as, quick one, truth, wisdom, justice, and things of that nature. Okay, so divine principle is something divine, is something that's sacred or put aside, or that is always valued so highly, you actually elevated it. You elevated it. And divine for me means universal. Like, you can find it no matter if you're blind, no matter if you are dumb, deaf, whatever the case is. Yeah, like, everybody, no matter what color, skin complexion you are, you're always gonna know about these you're always gonna know about these divine principles. You're always going to know. You dig? Oh man. Yeah, you're always gonna know. So, and the principle is like a prime, something that comes first. So, something that you highly regard, and that which comes first, and everything else proceeds from it. So, for me, one of my divine principles is truth, and I think everybody here can say yes, truth definitely does exist, or justice definitely does exist, or wisdom definitely does exist, and so forth. So, these are my divine principles, or what you would might I don't know if it's quite considered to be gods, but these are the things that I highly revere and I hold as what most people may consider to be a deity, and I value and I obey these principles. Okay, these are the things that I submit myself to. Anything that is truthful, I submit myself to it. Anything that is false, I run and duck and hide far away, or should I say I fight and beat and destroy. Okay, the antithesis of that which I hold to be high, yeah, I make sure I destroy it. So I hold wealth to be high, and I try to go far away or destroy poverty. I hold justice to be high, and anything that's unjust, I try to fight, destroy, or get rid of my personal vicinity. And these are things that I obey. If something is just, I obey it. Oh, you dig what I'm saying? If you tell me something that is just, all right, I humble myself too. If you tell me something that's true, oh man, I humble myself. If you tell me something that is filled with wisdom, okay, I'm gonna humble myself. If you tell me something that is foolish, ignorant, and arrogant, I'm like, hell to the nizzo. Nizzo, that is my antithesis. That is what I would consider to be the devil, the goddamn devil. Most people think the devil is being a physical person. I don't. I hold ideas or concepts to being, you know, I deal with metaphysics. So metaphysics, in terms of metaphysics, that's divine principles that exist only in the intellectual realm, but manifest in the physical or sensible realms. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Ooh, hey. Okay, I need to wrap it up. Run, see. Yeah, bro, let's see. A woman has a thousand years old. Oh man, I'm not even trying to get involved with that. Let's see. I'm trying to get through all of these real quickly. Okay, Kalam, what you think of Elon Musk? I don't know Elon Musk. How many people are in the Kemetic Speakers Corner? We don't deal with conversion. We don't deal with conversion at all. Kemetic philosophy, like philosophy versus religion, yeah, we don't deal with that. We don't deal with that. As I said, yeah, religion tells you, tells you what to think. Philosophy tells you how to think and makes you question things and come up with your own answers rather than being force-fed answers. So there's no conversion process over here, baby. Let's see now. And I think we should touch on some of these ancestral stuff that people talk about. It might be good. We do meditate Ustad Kalam. I have been taught a few practices by my teachers. Some include ancestors also. I can bring the sources too. I know you can, my brother. I already told you. You're like, you're a proper Muslim, G. You're a proper Muslim. We're only talking about the Jahil ones. I don't know certain things. Where did you learn about Kemet and why did you choose it? I don't think I've got enough time of the day to even answer that question right there. I'm trying to keep it moving. We need let me quickly get to the end. Yeah, I'm to the end. Okay. How do I practice Kemet? You're most probably practicing it right now. Kemet is not something you practice. It's philosophy. It's just coming to know the truth and applying it into your life. It's just that simple. You can remain in your religion all day long. You can remain in your political thing all day long. You're just using your mind to think logically. That's all. And applying that same logic and morals in your day-to-day life. You don't need to convert. You don't need to change. You just need to be a conscious thinking human being that makes just right decisions. You dig? You dig? That's it. Nothing special. You don't need a book. Some people ask me, book. Nah, you don't need a book. You don't need nothing. All you need is yourself. All you need to do is cultivate your mind. All you need to do is do some self-introspection. All you need to do is hold a little meditation. All you need to do is observe your environment, your nature, and study it and come to the best conclusion you possibly can in your life. There ain't no need to convert, baby. There ain't nothing like that. All right? Ain't nothing like that. Most people like, it's like, right, so you want me to teach you mythology? I don't mind. We've got loads of mythologies. But unfortunately, I don't think those mythologies is going to help you in any way, shape, or form. If you start learning mythology and thinking it's the truth or facts, it's like substituting one religion for another religion. You haven't learned nothing at all. So we rather teach you how to be an independent thinker, a free thinking person. That is like the basis of Kemetic philosophy, to be a free thinking person. Don't be enslaved, think freely. That is how you become a Kemet if you want to become a Kemet. Oh man. Yeah, baby. But yeah, I'm signing out right now. Hopefully we'll see you guys a little bit later on. Yeah. Kind of like, yeah. So we'll see you guys a little bit later on. Love, family, love. You know, Hassan Yolna says, damn, I'm Kemet. Of course, baby. Of course. You know, that's the beauty of it. You know, that's the beauty of it. Most people, yeah, because I got my Jewish brethren here saying, yeah, yo, I'm a Kemetic Muslim. I got my my Muslim brethren here saying I'm a Kemetic Muslim. Is that real? You know, at the end of the day, yeah, you start to realize, hold on, I'm a Kemetic. I'm a Kemetic. I use my brain. It's that simple. All right, family, peace and love. I'll see you guys on the other side. Oh man, Scholar gang.